Over this past weekend, of course, it was the beginning officially of the month of November and the pre-official start to the holiday season. Now, along with this, you have various networks and cable channels already getting into the Christmas spirit. Music Choices Sounds as a Seasons network or channel is already playing Christmas music. Hallmark, of course, got a step ahead of everybody throughout the month of October, as well as many others. But one station that did finally join in on the fun was Discovery Family, and they did so by airing back-to-back MLP My Little Pony Christmas-themed specials. The first being Best Gift Ever from last year, then the debut of Holiday Unwrapped, which was Equestria Girls, and then that was followed up by the G3 Christmas special, A Very Minty Christmas. But going back to Best Gift Ever, I know I may have touched upon this a little bit, but maybe not. But one of the subplots to Best Gift Ever was Spike's. Spike's subplot, of course, was identical to everybody else's. See, the main theme or the main overall plot of the story or the synopsis was based around their interpretation or version of Secret Santa. Like I said, it was based around their version or interpretation of Secret Santa, which they called Heartwarming Helper. Now, every pony, including Spike, was given someone, chose someone out of a hat, AJ's hat, Applejack's hat that is, chose someone by their cutie mark or symbol. And Spike originally ended up getting Rainbow Dash, but he wanted Rarity. And how do you know he wanted Rarity? Just by the fact that when Applejack suggested going this route, that Spike was one of the first to really speak up and say something along the lines of, it would give you a chance, or give someone a chance to get something for that special some pony they really like. You know what I'm saying? Or some kind of line like that. I gotta go back and watch it again. But yeah, Spike basically pretty much gave away who he wanted to pretty much be hoping to get out of the Heartwarming Helper deal. So, long story short, he did eventually get Rarity through a fast-talking, smooth-talking kind of trade with Fluttershy. But like I said, he did finally get Rarity. The thing was, he didn't know what to get Rarity right off the bat. So, he kept thinking, okay, what could I buy her that would be just as I mean, he even said it himself. He wanted a gift for Rarity that matched up to how beautiful and gorgeous and lovely she was. Like I said, he finally did get Rarity, and his plan was to try to find a gift that was be just as beautiful and gorgeous as she was, or she is. Basically from his perspective. And the plot would follow him trying to get that gift, but in the end, he would realize, you know what, maybe a gift from the heart's probably the best thing. And originally he was going to, I guess, create a umbrella for her, or parasail umbrella, whatever it's called, the kind that women, twirl around during the day when on strolls or in gondolas, if you will. So that was Spike's original intent. And what came of it, though, was something a little bit different. Because apparently he fell asleep in her present while making it. So he had to come up with something a little bit more different. And he came up with his portion, his interpretation, his version of the true gift of giving, which a lot of people have interpreted on YouTube as Spike's song for Rarity. And basically his version, his interpretation of that song, or his portion of it, was done, for Rarity, was done in a romantic serenade kind of way. And a lot of people liked it. I liked it. And as I've said recently, with the show now concluded from an animated perspective, you could look at this special as taking place in between the ending of the end. Like I said, with the series officially coming to a close, you can now look at Best Gift Ever as possibly taking place between the ending of the end, where we see the characters at the donut shop, and the coronation that we see in the flashback in Last Problem. So you can interpret it as taking place between that time frame, and now kind of put in that category to where originally it could be served as a bridging gap between seasons 8 and 9, but now you could actually look at it as being a story that takes place in between the ending of the final battle, basically the aftermath of the final battle, where the main character is at the donut shop, and the coronation. You could look at it from that perspective, and it would actually work. Like I said, it would actually work when you think about it, because it's not really, because when you think about it, now you can look at it as being something that's not set in any certain continuity or timeline of the series. It could be set at any time, and a lot of people could assume that it could be set possibly towards the end. It really could. Because what I'm getting at is the fact that when you take a look at Spike's subplot, his story in the special, and what it resulted in, a lot of people could look at it from that perspective of, the special taking place in between, the ending of the final battle and, them having their aftermath in the donut shop and the coronation kind of deal. And, between that and the coronation, if they want to look at Best Gift Ever from that perspective, like I said, they want to look at Best Gift Ever from that perspective, one could assume that, again, like I'm trying to say, and I apologize for the interruptions, but like I said, if you want to look at Best Gift Ever as taking place in between the coronation and the aftermath, where they gather together at the donut shop, then one could say that Spike's subplot in Best Gift Ever resulted in him and Rarity getting together. And the question anybody would have is, out of all the times they could have done something like this, why did they choose Best Gift Ever? Why did they choose that special as the time to do it? And I'm thinking because of the fact that they realize, I'm thinking the creative staff, Jim Miller, Nicole Dubuque, Michael Vogel, they all realize that this special, that fans would interpret and take this special and place it at any time they want. Basically any time that takes place after, let's say, season 7 or season 6. Season 7, if you will. But basically, the creative staff knows fans could take a special like this and interpret it as taking place between seasons 6 and 9. They could place it at any time they want. There's no specific timeline. So they realize that if fans want to probably place this at the end, of the series, like after the ending of the end and before the coronation, they're going to do that, because there are certain things in here that feel like, even though it's a special, they have finality to it. It's like they have closure to it. And if you're a Spike and Rarity fan, a Sparity supporter, it has that closure of saying, yeah, these two are probably now a couple. These two are probably sort of semi-officially together. And, again, I understand that not a lot of people would agree with that. And I know it sounds like I'm rambling because of all the interruptions I've been getting, so I do apologize. But one could interpretate the special as being like that, or being set in that kind of environment. And I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't blame them for viewing it like that. I really wouldn't. I mean, there's a lot of, specials, holiday specials and everything that take place, within the continuity of a show. And sometimes, depending on how the show is viewed, you could actually look at that holiday special, that Christmas special, as taking place maybe at the end of the series, like as being the true finale, or at least one of the parts to the finale. And one could say that's how one could actually say Best Gift Ever fits into that category as being one of those shows that, or being one of those stories, those episodes, specials, and that fits in that category of being part of the finale. One could look at it like that. One could view it like that. So, anyway, though, with that said, I know it sounded like I rambled a little bit, but again, with that said, one could view it, from that perspective. One could view it from that kind of continuity point of being something that takes place, between the aftermath of the ending of the end and the coronation. But if you look at it from that perspective, and then you look at Spike's synopsis, his story arc in Best Gift Ever, one could probably say that this does officially put Spike and Rarity together, officially or semi-officially. But anyway, in closing, I thought I'd just bring that up. I know I sounded like I rambled a little bit. Sorry for a bit of the interruptions. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think I have a point here? How do you view it? View it in a sense of continuity? And let me know down below. Comment if you like. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. And I will talk to y'all later. I got to get into work. God bless. Take care.